Hey, Shelby.
Hey, Nate.
How was today?
It was good. Thursdays are my light days at work. So I usually either don't work on Thursdays or I work less on Thursdays. Yeah. How was your day?
It was good.
Good.
Pretty relaxed. Anyways, I'd say I spent a lot of time today working on our website. That was actually kind of my favorite part of the day. We host our website, Hades.com, with Squarespace. It's just the default choice for anyone that listens to podcasts because they sponsor every podcast on the internet.
Yeah.
Speaking of Squarespace, if you want to sponsor our podcast, we are...
Hit us up.
We've already said yes. So. Anyways, we host this podcast on Squarespace, and I'm a hobby photographer and post a lot of photos on Squarespace, and we have kind of a little travel blog, and we post photos there, and it's just kind of a catch-all for our creative projects. Anyways, I just did a bunch of work on it today. We got a slightly new and improved logo, but I enjoy working on those things. They're always a challenge. It's challenge like creatively, like frankly, Squarespace is extremely easy to use. So, like, it's not like I'm just messing with HTML or CSS. That's not near as fun. So I guess this whole recording is now just an ad for Squarespace. But I enjoy doing that, and that was a good part today.
Good. Since I didn't work at the office very much today, I think I was maybe there for 2.5 hours. I often take Thursdays as days for client meeting. I work at the chiropractor's office. I also am a pet sitter. So I had a meeting with a client that's actually for this weekend for 8 dogs.
I saw on the calendar, and they couldn't all fit. It was just like you put in all their names usually into the calendar.
Yeah.
And it was just like comma after comma after comma, and it was just like ... More dogs than could fit on the screen.
Yeah. So I'll have to pull them up.
Yeah, let's get the names.
Oh, I'll tell you all the names. So it's 3 Great Danes, 5 miniature schnauzers. And their names are Penny, Lucy, Hank, Ruger, Tonk, Buddy, Eddie, and Cooper. Penny, Luce, and Hank are the Great Danes. And Ruger, Tonk, Buddy, Eddie, and Cooper are the miniature schnauzers.
Is there any particular scheme for this naming pattern? Are they all named after? Are these all like sitcom characters that I don't know, or
no?
Although just whatever names sound good to them.
Yeah. Penny is the oldest, and she's a Great Dane, so she's big and leggy. And with 8 dogs, you can imagine that they kind of like all run into each other and play around with each other. And one of the Great Danes, Hank, is pretty young, and so he's very playful and excited. And he's a big leaner, which a lot of Great Danes just really like to lean on you, and he especially does. It's like debilitating how much he leans on you, but it's pretty cute. So he leans a lot, and he likes to lean on Penny. But Penny is old, and she has bad hips, and it usually means that she falls over. And since her hips are bad, and since it's a long way up to try to get up, she needs some assistance getting up whenever she falls. And it's very cute.
How many times a day does this happen?
I think it happened twice while I was there, but just because there was a lot of excitement while I was there.
Right.
Yeah. So just normally during the day, it doesn't happen often at all because she kind of likes to stay by herself. It was pretty funny. They were, telling me about the dogs and their habits and their kind of normal care. And the owner told me that, Penny just really likes to stay in her room, in her bed. And I said, yeah, me too. And they all thought that was pretty funny, and I was pretty proud of myself.
They hire you for your pet sitting, but the jokes are free.
Complimentary goofs. I did have one client with a dog, a cat, and 38 turtles. But turtles don't tend to be as needy as dogs.
Yeah, I would think you would need to measure the total animals by just like weight or like metric volume. This is about 5 gallons of turtles.
As opposed to like 5 gallons of dogs.
Right.
5 gallons of dogs is not very many dogs.
Yeah, 5 gallons of dogs, that's like a golden retriever.
Yeah.
But you need a lot of turtles to get 5 gallons of turtles.
Yeah, you do. There were probably 5 gallons of turtles there. But getting to pet on all of the dogs was pretty cute. And whenever I first came in, one of the miniature schnauzers, I'm trying to remember which one, Tonk, got up on like the back of the couch, and I was standing behind the couch, and so he was the perfect height for petting because he was just right there, right beside me. And while Tonk was doing that, Lucy, the Great Dane, was like right up with her nose in my chest. And she was also the perfect height for petting. It just happened to be that she was standing on the ground and Tonk was standing on the back of the couch. So it works out really well. You can kind of layer the dogs. They're very cute.
I'm glad you're doing that and not me.
I think that household might be Nate's nightmare.
Dogs aren't a nightmare. They're just not, I don't know. I don't get the joy out of them that other people clearly do.
I certainly do. I get twice the joy out of them as other people.
I guess the other part of today was I have a weekly Bible study that meets at work. And it's been a little bit smaller recently. We've had a few people that had to cancel or kind of leave last minute. So sometimes it's only 2 or 3 of us. But today we had 5, and it's always a little bit more lively discussion. Not all of us are coming from the same background. You know, some of the guys are Calvinists. Some of them aren't. One was raised Catholic. One isn't even really a Christian right now. He's just kind of coming to learn more about the Bible. So it's kind of a nice spread of people, and it's always enjoyable to hear everyone's perspective on the same passage. It's an interesting group, and it's also a good excuse to get barbecue every week. We always meet at the same barbecue restaurant.
We are a very food-focused podcast.
Don't come hungry. Or I guess it's like, don't come hungry, leave hungry. It's like that commercial. Come hungry, leave happy. Who is that? One of the restaurants, that's their slogan.
Isn't that Jalapeno Tree's slogan?
No. Is it Jack in the Box?
Is it Golden Corral?
No, it's fast food. It's something like a Burger King or a Jack in the Box.
Is it Dairy Queen? No, that's fan food. It is trademarked by IHOP, which I don't think I ever would have guessed that.
Yeah, it's not quite fast food.
No.
There's a particular commercial that I have in my head that ends with some kind of voiceover artist saying, come hungry, leave happy.
I could go for pancakes.
So, it's a good excuse to have barbecue every week at Bible study.
Well, it's cool. I'm glad that y'all had a few more people there to engage with. That's always nice.
Yeah, and everyone that comes has strong opinions, but not in a bad way. Only one guy is what you would think of as traditionally quiet. And he still has strong opinions. He just isn't as pushy and rude as the rest of us. Not rude, but loudmouthed. What about you? Anything else happen?
Well, I was having kind of a bummer evening. I was just kind of feeling my emotions, I guess. And Nate decided to give me... So this was originally going to be my birthday present, but Nate was excited about it and he wanted to give it to me earlier. So then it was going to be my Valentine's Day present. Well, we're going to be in the car all day on Valentine's Day, so we decided to celebrate Valentine's Day on this Saturday, instead of next Thursday. But then I was feeling kind of emotional tonight. I was just feeling sad, I guess. And Nate, wanting to cheer me up, decided that he would share the surprise with me tonight.
Clearly, it was burning a hole in my pocket. I couldn't wait.
He was really just looking for any excuse to get to tell me about it. And so he told me that we're going to go see Death Cab for Cutie with a bunch of our best friends. And I'm super excited about it. A lot of these friends are people that we do not get to see very often. It's going to be really fun to get to spend time with them, period. But then also to go see definitely one of our favorite bands.
It's just going to be one big sleepover.
Yes, it will be. And with booze. And we didn't get to have those kind of sleepovers as kids.
Not too much booze, but some booze.
But just a little.
An appropriate amount.
An appropriate amount of booze. So that'll be really fun, and I'm very excited about it. And it did very effectively cheer me up. And now I have, a whole other 2 months. Well, a month and a half to look forward to it. And that's exciting. No, it is 2 months. Yeah.
I think I read a study that you gain either just as much or even more enjoyment, like entertainment value, out of getting ready for a trip as you do on the trip. Like when you're going on vacation, like you're going on a cruise, you're going to Hawaii, being excited with other people that are going with you about going to Hawaii is either almost as fun or even more fun than actually going to Hawaii and being on the beach.
I can believe that. Yeah, that makes sense.
And that actually is part of my reasoning for wanting to tell you, because I don't like to hoard that happiness to myself. It's more exciting to share it with someone else. And that someone is you.
Aw. Because otherwise I would have only had a week to look forward to it. And now I have 2 months. Yay.
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 Well, let's sign off.
See you tomorrow.